Hey, it's Sean Dinner from the Peterson Real Estate Team. Hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and dive right into the numbers of what happened in March throughout Mississauga. And of course, these are the same sort of things we're seeing across the GTA. So in March, all home types came down 3.5%. So nothing significant, but let's go ahead and break it down by property type. Starting with condo apartments, really not much change. You can see they skyrocketed, and then buyers collectively have pulled back and said, whoa, okay, enough is enough. We're getting crazy here. So they've come down 0.04%. All things considered, that's keeping it pretty level. Condo townhomes as well saw a dip, so they've come down 4.7%. Semi-detached coming down 3.4%. And then with detached seeing the biggest change, which is usually expected when we get to these higher price points. You know, the higher they climb, the farther they fall. So they saw a change of coming down 8.5% from February. So there's your very quick overview of what happened from February to March in the Mississauga real estate market. And if you're out there right now trying to buy a house, you may have felt it as well. There's definitely multiple offer situations happening. What we're noticing with sellers, though, is a lot aren't getting the price that they had expected because they're using January and February data. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens next. So in saying that, we usually find one of two things will happen. Number one is some buyers will say, well, the market's crashing. Why would I buy now when it's going to keep going lower? And to that, I mean, we don't have a crystal ball. This could be a completely different story next week. Maybe they'll skyrocket again because people have recognized prices have come down. A whole new wave of buyers are going to come back to the market, which we're already experiencing. People saying, wow, prices have come down. Maybe I can get out there. There's less competition. There's more inventory on the market. Maybe now's the time to buy. The other side is wait. And then it's too late because when you realize it's the bottom of the market is only when, guess what? The prices start to rise again. So now you're chasing the market back up. It's easy to get wrapped up in the numbers and the media and everyone telling you that your home is your number one investment vehicle when in reality, most people just want a house. They just want a roof over their head. They want to feel safe and secure, knowing that a landlord can't kick them out at any time or sold to someone else and you've got to vacate anyways. So by owning a piece of property, you have control over your living situation, which, like I said, I think most people, that is what they desire. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. On the flip side, everyone seems to think that they are an investor. They're trying to play the game. And unfortunately, for many homebuyers out there, getting wrapped up in this just leads to not being able to afford the property that you want. And now you're not building any equity, and you certainly cannot save as fast as the market continues to go up. It's important to remember that the market doesn't go up and down on a straight line. It goes up and down continuously, moving up over time. That's why if you're looking at staying in your house for 5, 10, 15 years, buy what you can afford now, because at the end of the day, if the market drops, well, so what? You own a home and it's absolutely amazing and it will continue to increase over time. Case in point, 2017, people were going crazy. And at the peak, people felt bad. They say, oh my gosh, I can't believe we bought at the peak. Again, you don't know it's the peak until the market starts to come down. That was a big surprise with the government changes and everything else. But guess what? Over the next few years, it's crept up. And now the people who bought at the peak and all their friends and family told them they were crazy, they're doing all right because the market continues to increase over time. And that's the most important thing. For all the speculators and house flippers out there, maybe now might not be the best time to get into the market unless you're comfortable with that sort of unknown risk. Like I said, most people, they just want a roof over your head. So buy what you can afford, get in the market and start building that equity. When the market fluctuates, as it always does, don't panic. It always comes up over time. And if the whole system collapses, then sorry guys, I think we got much bigger things to worry about at that point. At the end of the day, you own the property that you live in, and you're not going to have a landlord coming knocking on your door asking you to leave. So something to keep in mind. And one last thing after my rant there, I wanted to show the listing to sales comparison. I've already done the numbers here. So in 2015, in February, all things considered a normal year, 31.6% of properties sold in Mississauga that were listed at the time. In 2021, 58%, and 2022, 62%. This is not a normal market. So now that prices have slowed down, demand has slowed down, and then inventory is rising, we hope that a more stable market is in the future for everyone. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens outside of any other influences like the mortgage rate increase, the foreign buyers being banned for buying from 2 years. So a lot of moving parts right now, a lot of unknowns. All comes back down to your motivation and your willingness, and of course, financial stability and ability to buy a property if now is the right time for you to make a move. What it boils down to is, unless you are an investor, stop trying to play the game, because the game almost always wins, except for the select few who get lucky. And believe me, no matter what they tell you, it is luck. They are not some real estate geniuses that can predict the future. So keep that in mind. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment below. Of course, everyone is in their own unique situation. So maybe what I'm saying to you makes sense, maybe not. Let me know. Would love to hear from you. Let's set a time to get together, talk about your situation and what's best for you, because maybe now is not the time to move. Maybe it is. Let's chat. So go ahead, leave a comment. Let's set up that meeting and see what we can do for you. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the next video.